You know the vibes, back with another video, and today I will be bringing you the Week 6 NBA recap. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow the IG, follow the TikTok, both at d.n.a_prod, follow the Twitter, it's getting active up there at DnA_prod. As you can see, by myself again, it's all good though. Still gonna bring you guys the recap. Crazy week, filled with a lot of stuff, bruh. Wow, let's get right into it. To start off the week though, I got the Ball brothers. They battled it out. LaMelo, Lonzo, Charlotte, Chicago, man. Them boys is looking good. Chicago pulled out the win. LaMelo had the better stat line. They both look good. I think Lonzo finally found a home. He found the system he loved. LeVar got to frame that picture. It'll be up here. That was, what a moment, man. Hey, who y'all think deserves to be an All-Star more this year? You think LaMelo or you think Lonzo? That's tough. Both them boys hooping. Obviously, Chicago has a better record, but that's kind of tough. They look good though. They both do look good. So we'll see how they progress throughout the season. There's more injuries. God, just a lot of injury updates. Some more significant than others. Joe Harris will miss a couple weeks. Brooklyn, as shaky as they've been, they can't really afford any more injuries. DeAndre Hunter is hurt again for Atlanta. It sucks. They played really good in the playoffs without him, but I think he makes them a better team, so that sucks. Bruh, my Heatles, man. Bam got hurt, and we look so rough. Bam and Jimmy are both hurt right now, and we are paying the price for it. It's looking rough. Jalen Green's hurt again. Jalen Suggs broke his thumb, I think. Devin Booker got hurt. Dame is hurt. Man, this is the worst part of the NBA season is when you see all these injuries and people getting hurt. Speaking of Devin Booker, the Suns and Golden State played. It went about how we predicted. We said they were going to split. Said Golden State was going to win at home, no matter what. The Suns look really good. I didn't think the Suns would have a season this great coming off a loss in the finals, considering the rough start they had, but they did go on an 18-game win streak. And then Golden State, you got, Steph Curry, MVP still, nothing has changed. MVP letter hasn't changed at all. He's playing at a high level. Klay Thompson and James Wiseman are assigned to their G League team, so it's only a matter of time before we get them back. Man, Golden State, you can almost pencil them in to go to the finals. They're a lock this year. It's going crazy. But they just lost. They lost to the Spurs. What happened? Wish Brody was here. I'd be like, bro, what happened? He'd suck his teeth. Bruh, but whatever. I still got Golden State going crazy. I still got them going to the finals. Although you can't count the Suns out. Besides record, do y'all think the Suns are the second best team in the West? I think they gotta be. They low-key have all the pieces too. They have a true point guard. They have an amazing head coach. They have a center. They have really good defense. They have shooters. I don't know. But they do need to get Devin Booker back healthy. And he has a hamstring, which can be a lingering injury, so they can't rush him back from it. They just gotta... He has to play his cards right and just not return until he's 100% healthy. But they're not in panic mode or anything right now, so they should be good. So, earlier this week, the Oklahoma City Thunder played the Memphis Grizzlies. And I know that game doesn't sound interesting in any way, shape, or form, but the Grizzlies set a record. They broke it. Well, they set an NBA record for victory by the largest margin of points. They won by 73 points. That's ridiculous. That's embarrassing. I know OKC has some injuries. I don't think Shea played. I don't think Josh Giddey played. There's a couple other people that didn't play. But, y'all are still professional athletes. And then they lost to, the Ja Morant-less Grizzlies. They're not, don't get me wrong, no disrespect to them. They're professionals as well. But, they're not even at 100% strength. And they beat a team by 73 points. Twitter was going crazy when this event happened. Man, them boys need to be fined. There's no way. Like 73 points. Like people were losing their job over that. There's people getting sent to the G League. People are getting fired over that. There's no way. That's just extremely unacceptable. As a player, I would have been livid. As a coach, you can't let that happen as a coach, because now your players aren't going to believe in you. Like, what do you say during halftime? What do you say after the game? You just lost by 73 points. What's your halftime speech, or what's your locker room speech? That was extremely embarrassing. And John Morant didn't play. Like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. I think the leading scorer, it's not even like nobody had a crazy game. Nobody dropped 50 or 60 or anything. I think the leading scorer was Jaren Jackson. I'm pretty sure he had like 26 points, 26 or 27. That's so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Since we're talking about embarrassing, keep it on embarrassing street. Drew Holiday, one of the best, some people might argue the best perimeter defender, fell earlier this week by LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball dropped him. It'll be on the screen. That was ridiculous. He didn't trip over a screen. He didn't slip. He got hit with a crossover. He fell. Like, as a defender, that's tough to watch because I get it. Sometimes you get beat, but you can't fall. You can't fall. Come on, Drew. But the Bucks are looking good. They're battling some injuries. Boogie's playing really good, so we'll see how they continue to grow. Speaking of embarrassing again, the Heat. Oh my gosh, the Heat are letting me down. Like, it's rough right now. We lost a lot this week. We lost a lot of games we should have won. We lost a lot of players. We lost Bam. Jimmy's hurt. We lost Bam for 6 weeks. It's going to be a long 6 weeks without him. Jimmy's hurt. Markieff Morris is still hurt. And I know people will be like, Markieff Morris, he's significant to our rotation. Like, we really need Oladipo to come back. Tyler missed a couple games. Like, dude, we're looking rough. We are looking rough, man. And then Duncan Robinson hasn't played good this season. And people are like, we need to trade him. We wasted $90 million on him. I'm like, chill. Then he had a good game. Then he had a not so good game. And people were like, see, it was a fluke. Shooters go through bad stretches. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to hit the panic button just yet. But man, we look kind of rough. We saw LeBron with probably the rarest case of COVID ever. He actually tweeted about it. So apparently he had a positive test. He said something fishy was going on. He tweeted about it. People were calling him a conspiracy theorist, La Fishy, and all these other names. You know how people on Twitter just have no chill. So he tested positive, and they said he was going to miss several games because obviously he had COVID. The only way he could play, like, they would clear him to play is if he had 2 negative tests. I want to say the next day or like 2 days later, he got 2 negative tests and he played this week. He played again this week. He only missed 1 game, which is ridiculous. So he said something fishy was going on. I don't know what that could have been. I don't know what he was alluding to. Did they give him a false positive on purpose to try to get him to sit out? But like, the people that were speculating saying that, why would they do that? That doesn't make sense. It's not like the Lakers are on a roll and they're trying to cool them down. The Lakers actually suck. So like, I don't think there's no point in doing anything like that. But hey, that's just me. So they released some stats. The NBA leaders in points, rebounds, blocks, assists, and steals. They'll be on the screen, but which was the most surprising? I'm gonna say DeMar DeRozan, because he has the most points and he doesn't shoot threes at all. He's a mid-range, and he's just a mid-range player and a slasher. That's ridiculous. Rudy, I guess, yeah, he's a center. Miles Turner, he's always a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. I think he would have one if he could stay healthy. He never plays enough games, and I just feel like he's an underrated defender, very underrated rim protector, but whatever. Chris Paul, a true point guard, nothing bad to say about Chris Paul. Alex Caruso is surprising too, considering he's coming off the bench doing this. But Alex Caruso deserves to be on an All-NBA defensive team this year. At the way he's playing defense so far in the league, or so far this year, but they're going to disrespect him. They always disrespect him. Back to the COVID thing. I know I'm all over the place, bouncing all over the place this video. Back to the COVID thing. Charlotte, as good as they were playing, they're on a roll. 4 of their key players tested positive. Terry Rozier is in health and protocols. LaMelo, McDaniels, and I'm missing somebody. I can't remember the last person I'm missing, but if they miss significant time, like if they have symptoms, if they have the virus and have symptoms and they miss significant time, Charlotte could start to drop some games because those are like the heart of the team. LaMelo really turned this franchise around. People haven't watched Charlotte like this, and they haven't been as good in a very long time. They had a little bit of spark when they had Kemba, but I don't know, it ain't really been the same. And they never really did anything with Kemba, so shout out to LaMelo. Speaking of Kemba, on the subject of Kemba, he followed the rotation in New York, and people were like, oh man, Kemba's washed up. No, I don't think he's washed up. You gotta think. Tibbs coaches the Knicks, and Tibbs is a defensive-minded coach. Kemba don't really play defense like that. And Tibbs runs his players into the ground. Everybody knows that. You could argue that's why Derrick Rose got hurt. I'm not even opening that book right now. I'll let y'all think what y'all want to think, but he doesn't really, I don't want to say Kemba doesn't fit that system. He's not a good enough scorer to get the pass defensively from Tibbs. Like Tibbs is like, yeah, okay, you can score, but you gotta play some defense. Which is weird because I think he's good enough to be in the rotation. I think it's kind of weird that he fell all the way out, but whatever. The Knicks, they had a hot start. They started to cool off. They're starting to play a little bit better. Like Brody said, it's kind of hard being like a really great team with Julius Randle as your number one option. So, yeah, I don't know. John Wall posted a video on Instagram of him working out. He looks really good. He looks 100% healthy. He's saying, free me. There was some speculation on Twitter that the Knicks should trade for him. Now, John Wall plays defense. John Wall plays defense at a really high level. He's kind of a Knicks player. He fits on that team. Do y'all think the Knicks should trade for John Wall? They low-key really wouldn't have to give up that much. They could give up some players that play but aren't like huge. Like they could give up Obi. Obi's not, he's not a star or anything. He's not a trash player, but he's not a star or anything. So put like Obi, a draft pick, maybe a first round, a second round, and Kemba for John Wall. I don't know. That could work. John Wall and Julius Randle. It sounds weird, but it could really work. They're both Kentucky Wildcats. That team might really go crazy if they had that. So I don't know. Yeah, and the Rockets. Can't disrespect the Rockets. Even without John Wall, they have the worst record in the NBA. They are currently on a 6-game winning streak. I think that's crazy. I think that's ridiculous. But hey, they handling theirs. They doing what they got to do. So I don't know. Crazy week 7. Yeah, that's about it for the recap. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Got more videos coming soon. Got more IG videos coming soon. I probably won't do a predictions video because I'm not really good at predicting the games on my own. But there was something I saw that I'm going to drop a video on later this week on the Instagram, so make sure you follow that at DnA_prod. Follow the TikTok. We will be getting more active up there. Schedule been kind of busy, but it's coming soon. And then the Twitter. I'm on Twitter all the time arguing. If you want to argue, we can argue under a video. We can argue on Twitter. Other than that, it's Ferg. I'm out.